Can adjust the volume again.
Same.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Oh. We're all good. Just in time. I'm joined by Pedro, Mr. Saturday, on Saturday. And we join you for a sprint race around the Circuit of America. You excited for this?
Yeah, I think especially if it's if sprint qualifying was anything to go by, I think we might be up for a good race today.
Yeah, and obviously just before we went live, Pedro was explaining that there was a few changes. So take it away, Pedro.
Yeah. So Russell got a 3-place grid penalty because of impeding Charles during SQ1, I believe. And then I believe a track change from yesterday to today was that the white line on the exit of turn 19 actually got extended. So
I suppose that's in a way they're like, oh, I don't want to deal with track limits, we'll just widen it a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
They're just getting ready for the formation lap. What do you think of Red Bull's livery?
It's a bit basic, isn't it? But
yeah,
doesn't look bad, but it's just...
It doesn't look bad, but out of the designs that you see floating around on the internet, on like Twitter or TikTok, I've seen a lot better. Let's just say that.
Yeah. Oh, Sainz is the only one starting on the softs. Everyone else is on the mediums. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It could be good or it could be bad.
Apparently, Ferrari is running a lower downforce setup, which can hamper them in tire wear, and they aren't necessarily known for having good tire wear. So, yeah. But yeah, going back to Red Bull's livery, I think there's a lot better designs out there, and I think it's kind of similar to what Haas did on their car.
Yeah, I suppose.
Underwhelming.
Yeah, as they do the formation up, I was watching the F1 Academy race just before this, and saw that the crowd was a bit bigger than the first race this morning.
Yeah,
and it looked like quite a good race.
Yeah,
very different, obviously, because the cars are a lot smaller. There's probably more passing opportunities in that than there is in this one. Yeah, no, it was good to see. And obviously looking forward to next year with it being covered a little bit more.
Fully covered, yeah.
Yeah, and following the F1. But a few girls making names for themselves, like Bianca from McLaren. So yeah.
Marta Garcia, who won the first edition of the F1 Academy, she confirmed it in the first race by winning the race. And Abby Pulling got P2, actually. They had a really close battle up until the end of the race.
Yeah, and Abby was having a good race too as well. She was fighting through the field.
Oh, I didn't see that. I only saw the results of first race, but didn't see the actual race. I think there's gonna be a third race as well.
There is, yes, tomorrow afternoon. 3:30, I believe.
I believe
Hello,
so
Nick.
too. Yeah.
How are you?
Hi, Nick. I'm here again to annoy you.
He's here again. Siri, I wasn't talking to you. He did that to me earlier, right? I was at work and I must have said something and it went, calling mum, and I was like, I didn't say that.
Excuse me.
I didn't say that. I'm fine, how are you? I'm good, tired, long day at work. Yeah. Tired.
Right. Everyone is in is in their grid slots.
Mm-hmm. It's that shot down the start finish straight when you realise the elevation of this track. It's like, woo!
Ooh!
Max, it looks quite far.
Wow, Charles got a really good getaway. Oh, Lewis. Damn. Those two are side by... Wow.
Remember, I'm a few seconds behind you.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay, just for context, where... Ooh. Okay, so they are exiting Sector 1 and they are going to the left-hander that leads to the back straight on my screen.
On my screen, they're going through the twisty-turny bit.
Oh, okay. Okay, they are already on the main straight on my screen. Main straight, back straight. Okay, just...
where am I? I'm trying to figure out where I am on track. I'm like, I think I'm on the back straight now. I can't really tell.
I think...
Because it keeps changing. Oh yeah, no, I am on that back straight.
Only now?
No, well, I'm at the end of that bit now.
Okay. Well, so I think Verstappen on my screen is about to finish lap 1. Yeah. Okay, they are starting to... Well, they're finishing lap 1 at the moment. Right, so... Biggest winners and biggest losers on that race start. Alonso lost 3 places.
Max go...
Let me say, Lewis is quite close to him at the moment.
Yeah.
Playing within a second. They already have a relatively comfortable gap to the cars behind. You say that is bold from Sainz to go on the softs.
Yeah, I feel like probably not the best idea. Hi Mario. How are you?
Hello.
Joined by Pedro. Yep, he's outside of my screen. I actually pointed the right way for once.
Wow, let's go.
Come on, Lewis. I've got my Mercedes AMG hat on.
Wait, did Checo have his DRS open? He had his DRS open. What? Am I seeing this right? What he had? He had his DRS open. What? I was wondering why that car was looking even more of a rocket ship than it normally is.
Lewis lost DRS second.
Oh no.
Yeah.
It's going to be difficult to keep up because that Mercedes is the second slowest car on the straights, if I'm not mistaken.
Still?
I
am.
McLaren actually matched Red Bull in terms of straight line speed, which was quite interesting to see. Even though they're not the fastest, Ferrari is the fastest out of any team. But they are running a lower downforce setup, as I said at the beginning, so it can be difficult to catch up to them, but their tire wear is going to be a lot bigger than other teams. I wonder what's going to happen then to Checo since he activated the RS on the previous lap.
Yeah. What would that be though? Would it be a slap on the wrist, or would it be, well, naughty, you're gonna...
I actually don't know. I'm not sure if there's anything contemplated in the rule book. It should be. There should be something, but I don't know. Oh, Piastri really struggling out there, it seems.
Yeah.
Oh, Russell. Was that an off-track? Once you see, do let me know if you think that overtake from Russell on Piastri was on track or not.
I'm just watching that now. Yeah, that was off the track.
That feels off track. Yeah. Oh, even Gasly's pointing that out on the radio.
Well, they're saying that in the F1 Academy race, they were also doing them as well. I suppose it's difficult on a track like this. But that was definitely off track.
Wow, that's a shame. Leclerc got an amazing getaway, like just off the line. Oh, and yeah, I did see this at the beginning. I'm not sure if Lewis's overtake was on track or not, as well. Oh, okay. You're gonna see something about the race start in a bit.
Ooh,
Piastri.
yeah.
That's why he's struggling.
Oh yeah, that was definitely. If Lewis gets first, he'll get a penalty. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love how the other day they were like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna go back and review him walking across the track." It's like, oh come on.
Oh my!
He got fined.
The justification for that was ridiculous as well.
Yeah.
Did you see what it was?
It was like basically because he's an idol, like don't want other people doing it.
Exactly. Oh god, the reasoning behind few decisions are just wow.
Lewis has pace today. Can be the day. Maybe.
Yeah, he's still close to Max.
See, look, it's the new Mercedes AMG hat. Just, I usually wear my McLaren hat. Today I'm wearing my new Mercedes hat. Which has got the Gran Turismo sponsor on it. I'm not sure which side.
Oh, let's go. Oh, so that's the Lewis. Is that a Lewis cap or?
I believe so. It's just the monster one. It's not. No, it's the new flop. Damn it! What you could have let me at least have that, Mario.
Oh yeah, Sainz is already struggling.
Yeah, Gasly. Potential for Lando to overtake Carlos soon?
Yeah, I'd say so. If he's already closed the gap to Sainz this much, obviously with DRS, those tires on the Ferrari are going to
100%.
die in a few laps.
I really do like Lando's helmet today.
Yeah.
Or this weekend. I like the different references on the stickers. Quite cool. Thanks for sending me that TikTok. I did watch it.
No worries.
See? I do watch your TikToks. Defo Carlos will drop on last 5 laps. Yeah. Well, it looks like he could already drop some places now. Don't think those soft tyres are gonna last.
Lewis is complaining that Max has been getting the track a little bit, and he's lost the RS to him.
Yeah.
It's so difficult to catch those Ferraris, like even with the RS open.
Yeah. Ferrari's definitely fast.
Oh. Russell. Oh, okay.
Ooh. I've not seen that yet.
Wait, let me go on to the other feed. I think it. Wow, I think this feed is even more ahead of the one I was using.
Oh, penalty for Russell. I see that now.
Yeah, 5
Oh.
seconds.
Not having a good Saturday, is he?
He's not. Yeah, he's not having the best of times. Oh, was that because of the overtake?
I believe so. Yeah, off track.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Wait, so was that Lewis that hit Piastri at the start, or I forgot.
I don't know.
Oh, nice overtake from Albon on Piastri. Lando really needs to overtake Sainz now.
He didn't run him off the road.
Yeah.
Also, George wasn't along the side, so he couldn't have run him out.
And even then, George just didn't bother and still overtook him.
It was Ferrari with Carlos rubbed with Piastri on start, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Tyres coming together a little bit.
Alonso has made up a place in the meantime.
Yeah, like you said, Piastri's definitely struggling today.
Yeah.
Oh, Lando and Carlos having a little bit of a tussle. Oh.
Yeah, you can definitely see on Piastri's onboard that, the left-hand side of the front wing is...
No. Carlos definitely shut the door there.
Yeah.
Piastri first time at the track, true. And obviously not a lot of practice due to the format of the weekend.
Yeah.
Did you see that hairy, scary moment on TikTok where he was caught a little bit of grass and went, ooh.
I was quite surprised with Piastri's performance. Like, hasn't been up to, obviously what he's been doing for the last few races, but still, considering it's his first time at this track.
Yeah.
Um,
He might have a funny steering after contact, potentially then. Yeah, potentially. Maybe even that coming together might have offsetted his steering a little bit. Because with that certain camera angle, you couldn't quite tell how hard the hit was.
But like on his onboard, you can see that the left-hand side is definitely of the wing is bouncing a lot more.
Max had a similar issue on quali earlier as well, spun around on the same corner as Piastri. Yeah.
He did. Recovered quite well from that, to be fair. Lando just doesn't seem to be able to overtake Carlos.
No.
And this is just bringing Perez closer and closer to him, which will be good for Carlos, but not so much for Lando.
No.
Ooh. Well, you're gonna see the move. Oh, they're still going side by side. Magnussen and Tsunoda.
Chris should make some places as Red Bull manages tyres better. Yeah.
Piastri, black and white flag. Track limits. Wait, I do need to find a way not to be this far ahead of you.
Oh. Tyres overheating for Piastri.
Yeah. Presume that this does need to put a lot more energy on them just to to turn the car. Crazy how that Ferrari is still staying ahead of the cars behind, even when they have the RS.
It's not got the right tyres, but it's got the pace.
Definitely.
10 laps to go. That was quick.
Yeah.
Albon and Piastri. Oh, third warning for limits for Piastri.
Yeah.
Do we see a penalty?
He already got the black and white flag.
Because we've got to remember, isn't it, the top 8 get points, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, not the top 10. Obviously, if it was tomorrow, he'd get a point. But unfortunately, if Piastri stays where he is, he won't get any points.
And he'll be starting further up the grid as well.
I think the Mercedes sprint race win potentially out of the window now.
Yeah,
unless
Max
something happens.
Yeah, we'll never know. But at the moment, Max has gained some time on Lewis.
Oh, Lando's got past Carlos somewhere.
Yeah. Oh, only now. Okay, I'm way ahead of you then. Wow. On my feed, they're just like going into turn 1 at the beginning of lap 11.
Hello, Kulios. How are you?
Hi, Kulios.
Those tyres are gone. Yeah. It's at this point you're just trying to look after them.
Yeah.
I'm surprised Sainz's tyres are still there somehow.
Same, really.
I'm alright, managed to get a cold somehow. Oh no, Kulios. Sorry to hear that. Hope that you feel better soon. And make sure to stay hydrated. Get some rest. And yeah, don't push yourself too hard. Mum has excluded me to my room so she doesn't get one for work. Yeah. I'm basically isolating you. So you don't spread it. I mean, there's worse places to be, right? You've got your sim rig, you've got your computer, you've got your games. To be fair, when I had COVID, I was just like in my room, mostly playing games all day. Signs won't get
Same,
points.
Really. Ooh, I don't know. Perez overtook him, but he's not too far off at the moment.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Russell's not too far. You might be right, Mario, because George and Gasly are not too far behind. I'm usually in here 16 hours a day on my days off anyway. 16 hours a day? So you don't mind. That's what you're saying, basically, Kulios. You don't mind being in your room. 3 seconds and 7 laps. I mean,
even with this penalty, I think he'll still be ahead of Albon. So he'll just about get 1 point. Seeing some moves at the back of the pack. Is that Johan Magnussen?
Oh, that's alright then, Kulios. You just have to make sure that you get like food and drinks delivered to you.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice then, Kulios. I've only literally just seen the Kevin Magnussen and show.
Oh gosh.
Sprint leader.
Yeah, but he's lost a lot of. I remember seeing Magnussen and Tsunoda battling, and he's now like 5 seconds behind Tsunoda.
Yeah.
Well, Tsunoda just got Hülkenberg at some point. I think these things I can at least talk about, right? Because like I'm not really spoiling much.
Science is safe for 1 point because of George 5-second penalty. Yeah, that's what Pedro was just saying. He was saying obviously if he can if he lets Russell through and stays within 5 seconds. But then you've got Gasly right behind.
Yeah, I mean,
not too far away, but
yeah, I mean, as it stands, Russell would finish P8, and I think Carlos still has a comfortable gap to Gasly to still stay in 6th, I believe. I mean, unless Russell just gets overtaken by Gasly.
Or does something.
Yeah, but you can see that car, even with the DRS open, Russell. I was having a shot like from the back straight. That car with DRS open barely hits 314 kph. That would be in miles. Let me do the conversion. I forgot.
Carlos would get Gasly would get Carlos.
So that would be
maybe. Might be right.
So that would be.
You can tell that the Mercedes is catching the Ferrari in the corners, but not in the straight.
Yeah. That would be 195 miles per hour. Nice. Oh. Okay. Sorry, I was just having a look at something. Oh.
We've got a busy day tomorrow. We've got the pre-GP slightly earlier. Obviously, we couldn't do it today. Got the
into turn 1.
Yep. Ooh. Battle will not help Sainz. It's helping Gasly. Yeah, if they hold each other up.
Yeah. Yeah, Gasly in the meantime is almost in the DRS range of Russell. But the thing is, Sainz doesn't mind too much because he knows if he has Russell behind, then Russell will have to defend from Gasly, which will give him some more breathing room. Ooh, that was a nice little move from Danny Rick into turn 1.
I've not seen it yet. I was saying that DRS on the Mercedes does barely anything.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like that car is I think it was either the slowest or second slowest. Just like for a comparison, Ferrari with the DRS open hits. Well, let me do the conversion for you. Okay, so the Ferrari hits. The Ferrari hits 204 miles per hour with the DRS open, and Mercedes only gets 195. So yeah.
Joe is possessed today. Some great moves. Yeah, no, you're doing really well so far.
It's a shame that Alpha isn't just it is a bit of a dog of a car, isn't it? Sainz is just saving some battery as he should.
Yeah.
Really, if he wants to keep Russell behind.
No, I reckon Carlos can keep this place.
Yeah, just with the advantage he has on the straight line speed. should be
Yeah.
enough to like negate the tire wear and stuff. And obviously, with he had more battery than Russell to work with, so.
Gasly's slowing down 1 second per lap. Yeah. I like I said, I reckon Carlos, he carries on like this, he'll keep that spot.
He just knows that he needs to keep Russell there because he's going to finish ahead of him anyway.
Exactly, yeah.
It's just a matter if he wants to make things harder by letting him by and then become at risk of getting overtaken by Gasly, or.
Looks like Carlos can keep the place if tyres don't drop again, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
That's
an
a nice
annoying place.
camera.
I was going to say, but an annoying place to have a flag. Yeah. We'll be driving this track tomorrow on F123 for our pre-GP.
Yeah.
Which is earlier in the evening as normal. Usually today, but obviously we couldn't do it today. And then obviously we're getting that out of the way for the race start at 8 p.m.
This was when you got your first podium on F122, I believe, in the pre-GPs. You got P3, I think. Yeah.
Do you know what? I can't remember.
I can't remember. I mean, I don't know either, but I do know you got a podium here.
We'll try.
Well, Max is already 6 seconds ahead of Hamilton.
At this point, he could just... I don't know. He doesn't have to push that hard.
Believe me, I believe he's probably not even pushing that much.
Probably. He's just like, oh yeah,
He's some managing.
Yeah.
Oh, Stroll.
Going for your Sunday drive on a Saturday.
Stroll is retiring because of his brakes, apparently.
Oh. They've had issues all weekend, really, with brakes, haven't they?
I mean,
just keep them lap time so consistent that it's unbelievable. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Aston, like the upgrades that they brought into this weekend really didn't work. If anything, just made the car worse.
Oof.
Has been a pretty bad weekend for them.
Yeah.
Not sure if you've seen the stat as well, but obviously Alonso was the only driver to have got into Q3. So all the Q3 sessions this season.
Yeah, apart from yesterday.
After yesterday's qualifying, well, just got eliminated in Q1. So
he had a massive brown pant moment in quali with a massive lockup as he went on the brakes.
Yeah, he did actually. Going into turn 12 or 13, I can't remember. Just the left-hander after the back straight. Like his brakes just randomly stopped working as they should. So he had a massive lockup. I mean, it wasn't too big of a moment, but yeah, it was unexpected.
Surely a mechanical issue on the Aston, potentially, yeah. Like I said, from what I've seen so far, just not suited to this track and had brake issues. But yeah, not doing great round here.
You know what? I think Russell is a bit at risk at the moment. I think he might just about finish in the top 8. Because Albon is gaining some time to Gasly. And the gap should be, what, 6.7 seconds?
Yeah.
Well, it's changing. He's definitely pushing now.
I mean, he's going to have to, isn't he, just in case.
Yeah.
Russell is trying to keep behind Carlos and increase gap and don't fight for position, yeah. Because he now knows, obviously, that Albon and Gasly are not too far away. And if he wants any points, or 1 point, no, well, 2 points here, he needs to keep that. No.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. 1
Yeah,
point.
he needs to say within 5 seconds
1
of.
point. Because obviously he I think he will inevitably lose a place to Gasly. Unfortunately, because that 5-second penalty. So getting a point.
Yeah, and the thing is, if let's say in the hypothetical case that he actually had made a move on Carlos, that car with the RS is slow, so you can imagine just how much time he'd lose without the RS.
Yeah.
Would probably hamper him even more.
He's at risk of a 9th place now. He is, yeah. The gap is not as big as it was. Oh, show penalty.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, he wasn't gonna score points anyway.
No.
Max Verstappen wins. So unexpected.
Oh my god.
Wow.
5.5 seconds at the moment. Ooh.
9.5 seconds ahead of Hamilton. Oh, Norris. Ooh. You know what? One more lap. And I think Lando could have got Charles there.
Yeah.
I did see that Lando at some point was like 2.6 seconds behind Charles, and he caught up to him quite a lot.
All good practice for tomorrow.
Yeah. Oh, Danny Rick, really close to walk on as well there. P12, finishing ahead of Alonso. I can only imagine how frustrated Alonso must be at the moment.
Yeah.
And obviously tomorrow he's gonna start from P17, I believe. So
really,
yeah, because of qualifying, like it was really bad qualifying for Aston, with Stroll being P19.
I mean, nothing too unusual there.
Honestly, I was surprised that Stroll made it into SQ2 today.
Tires will make a bigger difference tomorrow. It's Max's race to lose, yeah.
Yeah.
Simply lovely.
Lewis with the let's keep pushing. He's having a good weekend so far. Hopefully he has a good race tomorrow as well.
Yeah. Going to be interesting for 2nd and 3rd though, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Lewis said he was feeling a lot more comfortable with the car after the upgrades that Mercedes brought into this weekend.
Nice.
So hopefully,
that's what we like to hear.
Yeah, don't forget, Max is going to start 6th tomorrow. So.
Oh, yes.
Because he got his lap time deleted right at the end, so. You know.
Gonna be a good race, hopefully.
Yeah.
McLaren not on the ball this weekend, so Lewis will get the Ferraris of George grid penalty. I wouldn't underestimate the McLaren. Lando, I reckon.
Yeah.
He get a good start.
Yeah.
He caught the Ferrari right at the end. It was about a second away.
Yeah.
So, out of the 2 McLarens, it's going to be Lando, probably. Obviously being on the front row, and again, if he has a good start. A wise man once said, simply lovely.
Let me have a look at something here. But yeah, it's
But how did we rate the sprint
definitely going
race?
to be interesting tomorrow.
As I asked that, hi Rob. Rob says decent sprint. Yeah, no, it was pretty decent.
Yeah. So it didn't have as much action as other sprints did, but
I was gonna
still pretty
say,
good, I'd say. Pretty solid race.
yeah, it wasn't like amazing, but it was alright.
Yeah. I'd say the one at Qatar was more exciting, the sprint, that is.
Yeah. But on the start of the race. Yeah, probably best sprint this year, I think, closer. I don't know. I don't know if I would class it the best sprint race this year. Although I do like that they're getting closer. Well, saying that, they're getting closer, but then Max still led by like a ridiculous amount of seconds. So hopefully tomorrow will be a different story. Thought on the start of the race overly aggressive. I mean, Max did run Charles nearly back, like basically into the pit exit. So he definitely shut the door there.
It was a shame for what happened at Piastri as well. To Piastri as well at the beginning of the race.
And then he overheated his tyres, so from there it was basically his race done. Jack, I don't know. 19 laps and 6-second gap long. Yeah. Imagine what's the race laps tomorrow?
Sorry?
What's the overall laps tomorrow? Number of laps?
56, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, if he gets a 6-second gap in 19 laps, imagine what he can do with 50. Yeah.
So are you talking about the gap between Max and Lewis?
Yeah.
No, Max finished 9.5 seconds ahead. 9.6. Yeah, 9.6 seconds.
I think the only thing stopping him tomorrow is that he's starting from 6th place.
Yeah.
If he was starting on pole, it would just be a runaway win again, I reckon, tomorrow.
Yeah.
I thought it was disgusting, won't lie. I get where you're coming from, Rob, but yeah, it's that borderline. It's too aggressive for a first corner on the first lap, because it's like, where is Charles gonna go? Like, there's nowhere really for him to go.
Yeah,
I think it definitely compromised his line and let Hamilton through. But yeah, hopefully it'll be a little bit kinder tomorrow. Lewis won't be getting 8th, that's for sure. It's not happening, however, that does not mean Max is safe.
Yeah.
I mean, not this year, unfortunately. Maybe next year he'll get his 8th title. Or hopefully before he retires.
Yeah.
That gap was made in 10 laps. That's ridiculous. He's just so on board this year.
Yeah. And they were pretty close at the start.
He has hinted that McLaren might be their like closest competitor next year. So
yeah,
you know.
And do you know what I also
be a good year.
Do you know what I also heard?
What?
So this might not be good news for us next season, because Eddie Jordan was talking in this podcast that he has with David Coulthard that obviously he's relatively close to Adrian Newey.
Yeah.
And that Newey told them that next year's Red Bull car was going to be even more of a rocket ship than this year's car. And we must remember that next year they won't have that penalty that they had this season for breaching the cost cap. So, yeah.
That's not what I needed to do. If the rest of the grid start the race now, Max will still lap half of them. Yeah. Just get it over and done with now, yeah?
He was Well, I reckon a few more laps, and he'd be starting to lap people like Sargent, Magnussen, those people right at the back of the grid.
I would say it
Because
it wouldn't surprise me.
I think he finished 1 minute and 11 seconds ahead of Sargent, who was P19. So it wasn't too far off.
Good night, Mario. Thank you for joining us. Hopefully see you tomorrow. We've got pre-GP stream and race watch along tomorrow, so I hope to see you there. People say McLaren will have the season cup this year. Season cup. McLaren unfortunately aren't in the running this year. I mean, from where they started at the start of the year, they've done a brilliant job. Yeah, and a massive improvement. And it's good to see him fighting a little bit more.
Red Bull, it's going to be really good.
And Red Bull also gives you rocket ships. Oh.
And
I hope it is a little bit closer though next year.
McLaren is going to have a massive advantage next year with the wind tunnel being fully operational.
Mm-hmm.
I've read I think I've watched a bit of a video that said with the wind tunnel they were using, so they were using the old Toyota wind tunnel.
Yep.
They could only do simulations. I can't quite remember what the other term was, but I think they could only do like a 60% realistic simulation on the aerodynamic side of the car. So obviously with the full aero conditions.
Yeah.
And now with this one, they can do a 100% replica of the model of the aerodynamics of the car. So
yeah, like you said, that would definitely help going forwards. Good to see they've got it up and running. Nui never made a slower car than the year before, unless rule changes.
Yes.
Yeah. If you've got Nui, then you're doing good, basically. Yeah. What would you rate the sprint race out of 10?
Not really sure, because obviously had a little bit of a fight for the lead, like in lap 1.
Mm-hmm.
Then Lewis was relatively close to Max, but just ultimately that Red Bull is way too fast.
Yep.
Well, I'm even seeing here, Max's last lap was 1.5 seconds quicker than Hamilton's last lap. So, and honestly, we had a little bit of action between Russell and Sainz, even though Russell didn't really want to overtake Sainz, a bit of a strategic kind of move. It was a little bit of action towards the back of the field, but I wouldn't say it was a bad race, but it wasn't one of the best either.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. I feel like it wasn't the worst sprint race. It certainly wasn't the best in my eyes. From what I'd take away from this one, it would be... All I can really think of is obviously Max just storming off ahead. Hamilton... At the start, we thought maybe there's a chance, but then as the race went on, we were like, oh, no, maybe not. Lando and Carlos. And then, like you say, George and Carlos. Everyone else really didn't have too much action.
Yeah.
We saw a little bit at the back, obviously, with Danny Rick and was it Sonoda, Magnussen, Zhou? But apart from that, everyone kind of just stayed where they were and didn't do much.
Sonoda made up 5 places apparently.
Nice.
So that was pretty good showing from him, but still no points there. And obviously, I think I'd say I'm gutted for Albon for not. Obviously, he was less than a second ahead of less than a second behind Russell, so he could have still got that extra point.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gutted for him because obviously I think he's going to start P18, I believe, tomorrow. So it's going to be really difficult for Williams to score points. And then obviously just Piastri for what happened at the start between him and Carlos was really unfortunate because he wasn't looking that bad. But yeah. Obviously, Danny Rick being P12 as well on his return after the injury. I think that's a pretty decent showing.
Pretty decent, but then also in the back of my head, it's like, it's that, I guess, that swing and roundabouts. It's Danny Rick, but we got to remember he's in AlphaTauri, which their car's not great. So it's almost like, oh yes, Danny Rick. Oh, but he's in an he's in the AlphaTauri, and it's like the performance of that car is not great, so we can't really, I guess, critique Danny too much because you can probably put a lot down to the car and not the skill of the driver.
Exactly.
Yeah. But good to see him back. Obviously, I still feel bad for Lawson. I think he had a great showing, and hopefully in the future he'll be back. But going back to my question, what would you rate out of 10?
I'm not sure if I'm being too harsh, but maybe, I don't know, maybe a 6 or a 6.5.
Yeah, I was going to say either a 5 or a 6, so I'll go over 6 with you.
6, yeah.
It was above average, only just.
Yeah.
But we can fingers crossed and everything for a good race tomorrow. Yes. Obviously we've had a little bit of action here, possibly showing the sort of tyre life to expect tomorrow. Should be a good race. Yeah, we'll see who can get to that first corner first. And hopefully give us a good race until Max leads.
Yeah.
Yeah, we will we'll go raid out to someone if there's anyone on that you want us to go and raid. But yeah. Sending all the love everybody. We'll see you tomorrow for the pre-GP and the race watch along. Obviously slightly later than normal. But yeah, thank you for joining me, Pedro. It's been fun.
No worries. Thank you for letting me be here.
No worries. And yeah. Thank you for everyone in the chat. Always great to have you. Hopefully see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
If not, enjoy the race, and we'll see you at some point during the week. Because don't we have a triple header this coming few weeks?
I believe we might.
It's Mexico remember. And then it's
Brazil.
I think it's a triple header. Don't quote me on that. So over the next few weeks, you'll definitely see us again. Yeah. Sorry that I was a bit tired. I had a long day at work, so I might have like my my expressions and my me speaking's probably a bit bad today because I spoke way too much today and I'm tired. Yeah. Let me check who's online.
Yeah, and in answer to in reply to your question, it is a triple header.
Oh.
Yeah. I think sprint race at Brazil as well. So.
You know what? We are going to go and raid Slow Sim Racer. He's currently doing iRacing. Can't quite see what car he's in. But if you wanna go and show him all the love and support, I'm sure he'd appreciate it. And yeah, like I said, just a reminder again, I'll see you tomorrow. And obviously we'll be joined by Pedro and Midnight for the pre-GP. And yeah, again, thank you, Pedro, for joining me. Later than normal, but I don't know. Something about F1 in the evening, it just, I don't know. Just it feels nice. Like you can just chill to it. Apart from in the mornings when you're like half awake and you're like, what?
Like a zombie.
What's going on? Even though saying that is a little bit like me now. So you know.
Something silly. Yeah, you know what? I've actually heard people say otherwise, that they're like, oh, they're looking for just have that little bit in the morning, watch the race, and then have the rest of the day to chill. But
I suppose it's
I
because
think I
we are
agree
used
with
to
you.
staying up late, so this is
Yeah,
like really early for us.
yeah.
But yeah, we'll get that raid sent. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Go and show Slim, Slow Sim Racer. He said Slim, Slim Shady. Go and show Slow Sim Racer all the love, and I will catch you soon. Bye.
Bye.